Hi, Colleen here with MNC Collective, and we're going to talk a little bit on this Wellness Wednesday about alcohol. Now, I posed the question yesterday in our Facebook group, is there any health benefit to drinking wine? And I said wine specifically because we often hear that wine is associated with better cardiovascular disease, outcomes and longevity specifically. And so while those things may be true in terms of looking at the correlation of light drinkers with, again, cardiovascular disease and longevity, that is not the end of the story. And so when we look at some data provided by the World Health Organization, which is fairly reputable, they came out with a statement in 2023 that clearly says there is no amount of alcohol that is health promoting. And they clearly say that when alcohol is broken down in your body, it becomes a group 1 carcinogen, which is in the same category as things like asbestos and radiation and tobacco. And so it's, there's no get out of jail free, right? Wine is not, just because it could be organic or low sugar or any of those things does not mean that it doesn't still break down into the same way in your body. And the concern is, the reason that the World Health Organization said this is because when we drink alcohol, it very much sets us up for cancers. And so they specifically call out that there is a causation between alcohol and at least 7 types of cancers in this paper. And the 2 of which that are most related are colon cancer, bowel cancer, or breast cancer. And so that's extremely important for women. And we know that obviously as we get older, we are more susceptible to both of these types of cancer. So I think it's worthwhile to examine your relationship to alcohol and really understand why you're having it and how often you're having it, how much you're having, and really come up with a plan that feels right for you in terms of, is this something I really want to include in my life? Or is this something I could start to cut back on and maybe even toy with cutting out entirely? So for myself, I have cut out alcohol for a very long time as I was healing from autoimmune disease, and have only recently added in maybe a half a glass of a Brut champagne on major celebrations. So we're talking a handful of times a year, and that's it. So for me, that's what's worked. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. And so for you, think about it, see how you feel, and give it a try to maybe cut back a little and see what works. So that's what I have for you today.